How about we start off with the big thing that happened last week?
Okay,
That is Star Wars: The Force Awakens trailer.
right. So we've seen a bunch of teasers, and I guess this is the first full trailer.
Yeah, I mean they made a big deal about it, so it must be important.
Yeah, exactly. Originally I was like, wait a minute, hey, there's a Star Wars, new trailer. Wait, I already seen it.
Right, right. It's just like those are, in Fox parlance, the teaser of the trailer. This is
Yeah,
the full trailer, whatever that means.
right.
Right. Remember Fox that they
And,
teased all those the Prometheus teasers? They were like teasing
well,
to
yeah, they have all of that too. They have the trailers for trailers. Um,
right.
but what I'm saying is like we've already seen a teaser, trailer a while back. So I guess maybe this is a full trailer.
Well, this is just another cut, really. I mean, but they,
Like maybe just a longer trailer. How's that?
yeah, just a longer trailer or a different trailer, whatever it is. The
Yeah.
important thing is the movie is coming out on December 18th, right?
Mhm.
And they just want to drum up some publicity for the movie, even though it's going to sell out anyway, right? But hey,
Right,
those publicity people needs to do the job and say, hey, that's why we get paid. We're doing something. So that's why we're seeing the trailer.
right. Although I read somewhere that the trailer views weren't, I mean, they were high, but they weren't like record-breaking high. With all this hoopla and all these headlines, you think this is going to be the most viewed, one of the most viewed trailer of all time, but apparently it wasn't.
Right, and even the pre-sales, they sold it. They're selling tickets right now, and I read that hey, it's not record breaking. It's not the highest pre-sale ever, so it's
Yeah.
behind some movie. I don't know.
Maybe the prequels, which I actually like, the George Lucas prequels. I
Hmm.
actually thought they were, entertaining. But then, fans don't view them as well. So maybe that has some effect on it. And the other thing is, I think there were a lot of reports from non-box office analysts, just people who are covering entertainment in general, who don't look at the numbers on a regular basis. They saying this is going to break, all box office records, weekend records, etc., etc. And I mean, when you look at it, movies that open in the winter tend, even though it's the second biggest movie season of the year,
Hmm.
they tend to not break opening records. You see opening records broken during the summer, but not during the winter holiday season.
Oh, right. I mean, take us for example, right? We talk about the box office, right?
Yeah.
And we said some things that didn't really come true.
Yeah. And we'll get to that in a little bit.
Right.
But I mean, even, like when you look at, the highest grossing films of all time, Avatar and Titanic, they opened during the winter and none of them had record breaking openings. What they did really well was they were leggy. They made a lot of money every single week, and the drop off was pretty low. Depending on how good the Force Awakens is when it comes out, it might follow that trajectory where it'll open up huge but not record breaking, and then it'll have legs.
Yeah, and I think
Hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully,
yeah,
depends.
and I
Yeah,
think Disney is smart to choose a winter opening, right? Then you won't have to compete with Captain America, the Avengers, and Thor, and such and such, right? So with a winter release
yeah,
date, then
sure.
yeah, like you say, it's going to be leggy. I mean, because
Yeah,
competition is low.
right. And it's a family film, and
Hmm.
we think it's a family film, and during the holiday season,
It's
bring
it's
the whole
it's
family to watch
Disney-fied,
it.
right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Disney-fied. Good versus evil. I guess the important thing is, hey, what do you think?
I'm not quite sure what to think. I wasn't like, I mean, I'm not a diehard Star Wars fan. I saw the prequels and I was like, hey, this is pretty entertaining. And, overall, the films were pretty well reviewed. So I don't understand why there's such a negative view on the prequels. People can't get Jar Jar Binks out of their minds.
No, I think Jar Jar Bing is just some guy who, just an excuse for people to just
Oh, why?
think about a movie, right?
Yeah, they weren't great. They weren't breakthroughs. They weren't groundbreaking like the original Star Wars, but they were entertaining. I guess people were expecting after all these years that they're going to see something groundbreaking, something, that, and they
Right,
didn't.
right. No, it's just that after all those years, the fans made a universe all their own. They know the story, they know all these characters, and they kind of want to, they know or want to know where these stories are going to go, right? And then
Yeah.
George Lucas came along and say, no, that's not what's happened.
Yeah. I mean, they wanted amazing, and George Lucas delivered good.
uh, you
Oh,
can,
okay. I mean, if you base it on the reviews, episode one had like 60% on the tomato meter,
mhm,
and then episode two had like 75%, and then the episode three, the one that caps everything, the prequels, it improved upon that too, and it was like 80% on the
mhm,
tomato meter.
mhm,
So
mhm.
they were progressively better. And when you look at it, most films wouldn't mind those numbers, 75%, 80%. But I think what they were expecting, or 90+% range.
I don't really look at the reviews, for example. I mean, there are the critics, right? And then there are the fans. Sometimes they see, two different movies, right?
Yeah,
And I think the prequel's problem is that, hey, George did not deliver what fans expected. That's the only thing.
yeah,
That's why they were viewed negatively. They thought they were going to get something bigger and maybe even darker, I guess, than what they got.
yeah, exactly.
But except that, oh, it's kind of, as George Lucas said, they made it, he made it for his children.
Yeah, it's bright, it's
you know?
cheery, it's silly, it's whimsical. It got darker towards the end.
Right, right, right.
So let's get back to the trailer then. What do you
Trailer.
think?
You know what? I say the best thing that happened to Star Wars, like is when George Lucas created the universe, right? Created the movies,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and the second thing is like when he gave it away, when he sold the movie to Disney. And
Mhm.
I like the look of the movie. It just looks so much better. It's not plastically like the prequel. I'm not sure if you noticed this. It seems like Indiana Jones in space.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I see that, but I do like the look of it. It does bring you back to the original Star Wars, which features a lot of practicals
Hmm, hmm.
and yeah, like you said, it doesn't have that shiny, plasticky, computer graphicy slickness, or shininess. So yeah, I do like the look, and I thought it was good. I think like J.J. Abrams, the Star Trek reboots, they look good, they look solid,
Hmm.
but they're not groundbreaking.
All right. I think story-wise, we're not gonna be seeing anything new. Okay. I think this movie will focus on, I think Han Solo's daughter or something like that. I think the most important thing for the Force Awakens is that this is the movie that fans want.
Yeah,
Look and feel and just tone-wise. I think this is the movie that they're clamming for, and that prequels didn't deliver.
yeah, you're right though. Tone, look and feel, tone, it definitely has it. But again, I think like the Star Trek films are pretty good, and it seems like that's what J.J. Abrams is delivering with the new Star Wars. And like you said, it's the movie that fans want.
Yeah, and the most interesting thing about this series is they are putting all these different directors on it. It's not just like one person's vision anymore. It's like, oh, we're gonna have Abrams on this one, and then another director on number episode eight, and episode
Yeah,
9, and etc., and all the different various spin-offs.
and
So
and Han Solo's gonna put on an eye patch, and he's gonna pop up in all of them.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not Han Solo, it's someone else.
Right?
So there it goes. I mean, they're milking this. Disney is great
Yeah.
at milking their products. Their evergreen
Like,
strategy
how
is
many billions did they pay for? Like 4 billion?
cheap pocket change. Yeah, 4 billion. I don't know why George Lucas sold it for that cheap, but hey, this is one
Yeah.
that thing they're gonna your children, is gonna be watching. Your children's children's gonna be watching. Etc. Your great grandchildren will be watching some sort of Star Wars thing. Like Disney will keep on milking this thing forever.
Maybe it feels like he's just gonna. It's time for him to, retire, and he just got married and remarried. So maybe he feel like it's time to chill.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I think he's just like I said, he lost that fire to direct or make movies, and I think the best thing is, hey, give it away to Disney, who knows how to keep a good steward of this franchise, really.
Yeah, but looking forward to the movie. But my reaction was like, oh, solid, kind of like you. But I wasn't like, whoa, man, give me. I need to watch the movie right now.
Right.
It's
Well,
that good.
right.
But some fans I do see online all like that. They're like, whoa, this looks amazing. I want to watch it right now.
Yeah, like I said, this is the movie that's gonna bring back the fans, and create new ones.
At
Because
least
this
I
is,
hope.
yeah, at least I hope. But I think it will, because they want to like the movie. Okay, it's there. Say, hey, take my money, but give me a movie that I deserve, that I want. So, and I think this one will bring back the fans, even if it's not as good as they hope. But
Mm,
I think tonally and direction wise, it's going toward in the right direction.
hmm.
Yeah, this is not like a silly version, like a George Lucas version of the Star Wars movies. It's not going to trample on what they think the movie should go, and I think this
Right.
movie delivers.